I'm here to be an all-time great.
Now rocking with the best.
Purple and yellow, purple and yellow, purple and yellow, purple and yellow.
The Lakers repeat back-to-back titles.
Welcome to the Big Baby Jonathan Sports Podcast.
Oh, he's smoking hot.
The latest Laker news.
Another great Showtime feed.
The greatest Lakers show.
This is going to be legendary for a long time.
This is the Big Baby Jonathan Sports Podcast.
Lakers all day.
Go Lakers!
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Big Baby here from Big Baby Sports. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on those post notifications for each and every podcast, pregame show, and more. You also can subscribe to Big Baby Sports on my Facebook right here. Big Baby Sports subscribes with exclusive content, Lakers postgame show, breaking news, and special edition podcasts. Also, you guys can donate to the channel. Cash App Big Baby Jonathan as well. Anything's appreciative from here. People donating right here, and also Cash App Big Baby Jonathan. Let's get into it by the title, as Rich Paul is talking crazy once again. Him and Max Kellerman went on the podcast. Max Kellerman was asking about trades, and he suggested that the Lakers should trade Austin Reaves for Jordan Jackson Jr. from the Memphis Grizzlies, and that caused a stir with people. You know what I mean? It caused a stir, friction. You know what I mean? It rubbed people the wrong way. Like this thing going into, and then after the Laker game last night, what is it? After the Laker game last night, LeBron addressed Rich Paul's public post-game trade scenarios for Austin Reaves with ESPN. He's his own man. That's his platform. But you don't see any this thing I want to talk about Rich Paul and Clutch, bro. Like this thing that makes me upset and pissed off all the time about Rich Paul and this Clutch stuff. No other agents doing that. I know Rich Paul is a high caliber agent out there, is well known and stuff. People, you know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, why are you putting people in trade scenarios? Are you and LeBron having that connection? Like, hey, trade Austin Reaves. Saying to me to trade Austin Reaves for this guy. I won't get in trouble. Won't either. So it's for me. I just think what he's doing. And also, too, let's push back from the beginning. You know what I mean? Let's push it back to the beginning of the season where he was talking about Lakers ain't contenders. That rubbed the wrong way. And also, he was talking about Austin Reaves should come off the bench. And ever since then, Lakers haven't been playing well. Ever since then, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? He doesn't talk about other things besides I know he does, but what I'm saying is, Laker Nation people are watching me on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. He was talking about putting LeBron in trade packages to New York and Golden State, Jimmy Butler for LeBron. It's like, are you trying to hint that you want to be traded, LeBron? Or are you using your agent to say that in the spotlight of his podcast? Come on, bro. Like, I just don't like it. And everybody's babying Rich Paul. He's his own platform. He could do whatever he wants. He's a grown man. But guess what? Now, we understand he's a grown-ass motherfucking man, homie. You feel me? What I'm saying is, he does it. He's doing it to try to make – basically what I'm looking at this trade for Jordan Jackson Jr., basically Rich Paul's pleading the Lakers to trade Reaves for Jordan. I'm going to trade Reaves for Jordan Jackson Jr. because defense. Also, he's going to get a bag in the offseason. You know what I mean? He may not re-sign. All right. You know what was really interesting that I love about the article? Austin Reaves' agent confronted Rich Paul, and they only had a 5-minute conversation, and that was that. I bet you Austin Reaves' agent probably said, "Quit what you're talking about trading my client, homie." You know what I mean? And I just felt like if I'm on the Lakers, right, and my teammates' agents talking about trading me, that I don't like what's going on with Rich Paul lately. And I have every right to my opinion, and I have every right to express how I feel about the situation. I know people are going to make excuses for Rich Paul and LeBron, and he's a grown-ass man. We understand that. We understand he's a grown-ass motherfucking man. We understand that. You know what I mean? We understand that he's a grown-ass man. But you can't just be saying that all the time, Rich Paul. Like, you got to be held accountable. You feel me? Like, I'm sick and tired of with these games that he's doing. These games that Rich Paul's doing. He's trying to paint this narrative on, like, and here's other things, Rich Paul, you said you don't run the Lakers, right? But you're trying to put Lakers in trade scenarios. You are trying to run Lakers. You're doing it. You're you're passive aggressive with it. You know what I mean? It's like I just don't like how he's been moving. I just don't like what's been going on with the whole podcast thing, and I disagree with Rich Paul 100% on all those things. Other than the championship contender, we're not a championship contender. We can get there by doing some stuff for next year and moving forward. Other than that, it's just like I just don't like the way he's been moving. It just rubs me the wrong way, and I just I know LeBron addressed it, but as far as like the Rich Paul thing, saying he wants to trade Reaves, he said it again. You know what I mean? Or Rich Paul said Reaves should go to the bench, right? And that caused a stir. And I did see a report from Lakers Daily that people and the executives are saying that this thing continue now with Paul saying stuff about trades for the Lakers that can spiral into being very bad. So it's like, Rich Paul, bro, like chill out. You know what I mean? Yeah, it is vintage clutch sports. It's nothing new. But this is the thing too. Everybody talking about it's not going to look bad on LeBron. It's going to make teams not want to mess with clutch sports or LeBron, or just clutch sports in general around the league. I know he has clutch. I know he does NFL. He has clients in NFL around the league and in other sports. But what I'm saying is, Laker Nation and sports fans, if this continues to happen, it's going to make teams not want to mess with clutch sports in general. Like, nah, I'm not going to be with clutch, but nah. They move a certain way. I ain't mess with that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'll get into that in a little bit, but just like certain things that Rich Paul's been doing, it's just like he's trying to make it seem like he's the GM of the Lakers without saying it. Like, if the Lakers, I'm going to say this right here, right now, if the Los Angeles Lakers trade Reaves for Jordan Jackson Jr., Clutch Sports won. If that happens. If we see a thing from Sam Strand, Lakers trade Reaves for Jordan Jackson Jr., breaking news, boom, boom. If that ever happens, that means Clutch Sports got to the Lakers and it worked. And I feel like he tries to do it in his own way, where try to manipulate, because he's an agent. I bet you he's trying to get Jordan Jackson Jr. I bet you LeBron's trying to get Jordan Jackson to come to LA. I bet you. That's just how I feel. You know what I mean? I just feel like he's just trying to make it seem like Rich Paul is trying to make it seem like those trade scenarios that he's doing, saying stuff about LeBron. He could fit in New York, or he can get traded for Jimmy Butler. And if you put LeBron anywhere, if you trade him to Golden State for Jimmy Butler, would it making it seem like he's trying to secretly try to tell the Lakers to trade LeBron without announcing it? That's just how I'm taking it. You know what I mean? And also, too, I just can't wait till Rich Paul's out. The Lakers are done with Clutch Sports. We got a couple more months, and we're done with this. We're done with Clutch Sports. Let me see here. And also, too, the article did say that LeBron addressed the Rich Paul situation. He says, new story from Dave McMenamin on ESPN. LeBron James addresses the Rich Paul public podcast trade scenarios for Austin Reaves with ESPN. He's his own man, and that's his platform. You're working at lids, LeBron. Working overtime right now. I don't believe anything you say. LeBron James told ESPN he did not consult with his longtime friend, Rich Paul, about his decision to enter the media space on hosting the podcast before it launched last month. Austin, this is from LeBron. Austin knows how much I feel about him. All you got to do is look at us on the bench. Me and AR talk every single day. So AR knows how I feel about him. I hope AR or his camp don't look at me, think this words from me coming from it. Rich, that is what he's doing. James told ESPN that is his whole thing. That's he's doing. That's his podcast. I have zero conversation about that. His topics are going to be whatever they're going to talk about is his own man. That's his platform. But how come when he first told the trade scenarios and all this stuff, right? Rich Paul saying all this stuff about the trade scenarios. We're not contenders. Put Reaves to the bench. You didn't say anything about that. But as soon as this stuff comes around about the trade scenarios, trading Reaves for Jordan Jackson, then now you want to come out and say it. Oh, me and Austin Reaves are good. Me and Austin Reaves are good. Austin knows how I feel about him. I ain't gonna lie. I did not believe a one word that you said, LeBron. You've done it multiple times in your career. And it just goes to show you that it's just another Rich Paul thing, another LeBron thing, trying to get Jordan Jackson Jr. here and we're trying to trade people. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm just sick of it, guys. I'm just sick of this shit. You know what I mean? I'm just very tired of this. Going through it every single year with LeBron in the clutch. It's trade this person, trade that. But we gave so much to LeBron James, and he's still not happy. Like Rich Paul, bro, stop. I know. Here's the thing. What other agent? You never see other agents around the league, right? You never see Victor Wembanyama's agent trade scenarios. You never see Jason Tatum's agent trade scenarios. You never see Giannis Antetokounmpo's agent make trade scenarios for players to go to Milwaukee or San Antonio. You never see other agents doing that. And I feel like no agent should be doing that. I believe it could be tampering. I know he doesn't work for the Lakers, but his client is with the Lakers. And that could be considered tampering, in my opinion. Because it's to get to the point where agents are going to look at Rich Paul like, why is he going on the podcast trying about trade scenarios? You know what I mean? Like if I was LeBron's agent, if I was on the Lakers, and my agent would say, no, Austin Reaves wants traded, you guys are like contenders, I would say, Rich Paul, calm down. Stop doing that. You're going to make us look bad. But people say it's not going to make us look – everybody's saying it's not going to make the Lakers look bad. LeBron's his own man. Rich Paul's his own man. That's the thing. Anytime they get held accountable or people call them out on their bullshit, it's 23 years old, 23 seasons, 41 years old, has nothing to prove. He's his own man. He's done so much. Rich Paul's his own man. He has his own pocket. But what I'm saying is I just don't like what Rich Paul's doing lately. And it's making LeBron look bad, and it's making the Lakers look bad. Just talking. You know what I mean? Like, when are you going to, like, just learn to just hit that like button, everybody. Hit that like button. You know what I mean? He said Rich Paul's crazy. He go Lakers. Yeah. Good win last night, but I just tired of this thing about Rich Paul, bro. Like it's just he tries to put trade scenarios out there for Austin Reaves, and what I liked about Austin Reaves, his agent confronting Rich Paul, and then now all of a sudden, Rich Paul went on the podcast today and had a different tone. I bet you Austin Reaves' agent said something to Rich Paul. So it's just like, you know what I mean? So let me see here. You know what I mean? But that's the thing, though. He was trying to say that Austin Reaves is going to get a contract. He's going to get the bag. He may not resign with the Lakers along the lines of those things. You know what I mean? That's the thing. But what agent? Why is Rich Paul saying that, though? Why the hell is Rich Paul saying that LeBron James is on the Lakers, and you want to say Austin Reaves, you want to be traded, go to the bench. We're not contenders. We need to do better. If I was running the Lakers, I would be doing this. I'd be doing that. LeBron to Golden State for Jimmy Butler could work. If you put LeBron to New York, you have to trade. I don't know. So he's trying to be a GM through the podcast, through his platform. You know what I mean? That's just how I'm taking it. He's trying to be a GM through a podcast by saying it through the media so the media can see it, and then he's trying to be like the hero. But guess what, Rich Paul? Lakers ain't gonna be like, okay, we're gonna trade Austin Reaves for Jordan Jackson Jr. We're not doing it. We're done with you. Bye, Felicia. We're done with you, Rich Paul. We're done after this season. And I'm saying this right now. Do not be surprised if the Lakers don't even get players from Clutch Sports anymore because of what's been going on with the LeBron thing. And everybody's going to say, I hate LeBron. You critique him too much. No, it's keeping it real about Rich Paul and LeBron James. We got to stop having sensitivity, and people get offended when we keep it real about LeBron. People keep it real about Austin Reaves, Luka, Jason Tatum, SGA, Victor Wembanyama, all these great players around the league. But as soon as we mention LeBron James, it's like 23 seasons, 41 years old. We understand he's 41 years old. We understand that. But we got to stop having this narrative on this dude. Like, what Rich Paul is doing is making it look bad on LeBron James. If people say it does, it does. You feel me? Like, if I was in the NBA, my agent was talking about, I'm like, hey, like, calm down. You're making me look bad by you're making it seem like I want these players traded. But in reality, I guarantee you, I think LeBron, deep down behind the scenes, he wants Austin Reaves traded for Jordan Jackson Jr. But that's why he made that public statement last night, to cover it up. You know what I mean? It's just like, I have every right to my opinion. Everybody on their own platform, every right to opinion about Reaves, Austin Reaves, Luka, And I saw a thing that Max Kellerman said Lakers should trade Luka. Slap yourself, Max Kellerman. You should be banned from talking basketball if you want to trade Luka. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. Shout out to my boy, Angry Lakers fan, big-time podcaster, Lakers World Order Wolfpack, the real Lakers World Order Wolfpack. When we did that Luka trade, he mentioned on his show, once we did that trade live, it was breaking news. He said that trade was for the future, not for the now, for the future. So I understand where Angry's coming from because we're not a championship contending team. I agree. That's the only thing I agree with Rich Paul. We're not contenders to win a championship this year. Yes, I said it. Yes, we're not contenders. And that's okay to be honest about your team that you love. You know what I mean? Us fans, we got to stop babying this team and just – what I'm saying is we got to do better. Here's the thing. People are saying that LeBron gets bashed by Laker fans. Good luck, Luka. They're going to do the same to you. We had LeBron. LeBron's been here since 2018. Rich Paul's been here since 2018 because he's part of his agent. It's been nothing but drama and just a headache. And as a Laker fan, I'm willing to move on. I keep trying to tell Laker fans this. But people think I hate LeBron. No, I don't. I don't hate LeBron. He's top 5, top 10 player of all time, in my opinion. Yes, I said a top 5, top 10 player in my personal opinion. You have your opinion. I have mine. So keep it walking. You feel me? Like it's just ever since he got here, we only had one championship, and it's just it like I talked to a lot of Laker fans. It's time to move forward for the Lakers, and it's time to move on from Clutch Sports, bro. Once the season's over, don't even have an exit meeting with Rich Paul once the season's over, don't even have an exit meeting with LeBron or Rich Paul. Just say ignore them and move forward because it's making. I just don't want anything to do with Clutch Sports anymore. As far as like if I was in the league. You know what I mean? Because Micah, I know you're in here. I'm talking about what the article said and stuff about the whole Rich Paul thing. But LeBron's saying him and Austin Reaves are good. I value Austin Reaves. Rich Paul is his own man. But what I'm saying is, it's making the Lakers not want to mess with Rich Paul's and the Clutch Sports anymore. Like if I'm the Lakers owners, and if I was ownership, if I was Mark Walters, like I would not want to get any near players that are Clutch players anywhere. And also, I did see something about Clutch just trying to get the Lakers to trade for Deontay Hunter and that one guy from the Hornets. You know what I mean? He's a lefty, number 0. You know what I mean? Hold on real quick. You got hit that like button, everybody. He said, "What's up, big baby? Yeah, we Laker fans shoot. Yeah, we don't. We're tired of it. It's been happening since 2018, bro. Since 2018. You know what I mean? He wanted to like. I'm just sick of it, bro. I'm just sick and tired of it. I'm just sick and tired of him trying to. I just want a fresh start. Like people think I'm crazy for wanting a fresh start. You know what it is? A lot of LeBron fans are scared to move on from the Lakers. They're scared to move on. They're scared to knowing that LeBron's retiring soon. And hey, guess what? That's okay because I experienced the same thing once Kobe retired. I was like, no, he's going to play until he's 80, 100, 50. But in reality, Kobe retired. And it's okay, LeBron fans. It's okay. You know what I mean? Let me see here. I'm going to go to Lakers. Boom. Share my live with everybody. Let's see. But yeah, man, I'm just really, 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 like I said, want to move on from this Rich Paul experiment and the Clutch because it's making this team look bad, and you know what I mean. It seemed like Rich Paul is like the bad. Let me see. Give me 1 second. Hit that like button, subscribe. And Micah, what you think, man? Put your comments in the comment section. You said, I don't think LeFunk fans are scared to move on. I think they want to move on because Lakers and fans don't respect him. Overall, I think the experiment is done. Let's go in a different way. Yes, he is. I agree 100% with this right here. You know what I mean? It's just we want to go in a different direction. And it's like, that's the thing. Like ever since LeBron didn't get an extension, he started to move different. His body language is different. I'm going to sit outside, which I understand. I had a friend had sciatica. I understand. I understand that part. But you want to say, I'm going to evaluate the team, see how they're going to do. If we're not winning, I'm going to go somewhere else. And we started winning when he was out. But don't get me wrong. I give it credit where it's due. LeBron's been playing an amazing month of January. Kudos to you, LeBron. Good job. Like I said, I'll give credit when it's due. And then when LeBron's playing great, I'll give credit. Luka's playing great. When they're playing bad, I'm going to call them out. I'll call it everybody. What I'm saying is LeBron is moving in a way that's funky, and I don't like it. His body language was horrible the other night in Sacramento, sitting on the bench in the corner while the team was trying to drop a play, hinting and whiffing. Like I said yesterday, the way that LeBron moves, I don't fuck with. And people have that's my opinion. That's how I feel, just like everybody else feels about Reaves, Luka, JJ Redick. That's you know what I mean? That's how they feel. I feel like LeBron doesn't want to be here. Even though he's here, his body language most of the time shows like he's disengaged on the bench. I don't know. That's just what I see. Body language. Can we get a doctor response on the athleticism with sciatica? As much running, jumping, and floating as you need. How can he go so many against that? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Michael. Like, that's the thing. Like, I just feel like Lakers. I just feel like LeBron said off sciatica. I think he does have sciatica. I think he said he had it 2 years ago, coming into the season. He had it 2 summers ago. I remember he saying he had that 2 summers ago. But hey, he's back. We're 24-14, but we beat the Hawks last night. Cool, but I just feel like this team doesn't fuck with each other anymore, like it did in the beginning of the season. I know they're playing hard, but just the body language. What really made me realize this team is not well connected together. The chemistry's off. Because when JJ said we're going to have a hard meeting, we're going to have an uncomfortable meeting, LeBron comes out smiling with the shirt off, walking around. I'm like, that meeting didn't mean shit to those players. And once DeAndre Ayton comes out and says, y'all really believe JJ? Come on now. It's like, you won't say that. And you like, if I'm the coach, I heard my center say, I'm like, we better watch what you're saying in the media, big dog. Like, chill out. Like, what you talking about? And then those things right there made me realize this team is not chemistry. They're not connected as a team. And it's time to move on from everybody except for Luka. He said the question is, how does 41-year-old man still have 40-inch vertical? I don't know, bro. Probably he did say he pays $1 million every summer for his transformation. That's what I heard. When LeBron got denied a contract, he was stretching in front of the Clipper logo. Now that was Luka, who some Laker fans don't like now, or some other Laker players. Yeah, I agree. You're right, bro. He went to the Clippers facility, stretching and playing over there. It's just like, I don't know, bro. There's signs that he doesn't want to be here, and it's showing it, bro. But people are going to like, he's 41 years old, 23. Like, that's the thing. Anytime LeBron gets held accountable, 41 years old, 23 seasons, has nothing left to prove. Shout out to my boy, Angry Lakers fan. He said it best. If you knew what you're going to get yourself into the season, why sign a contract or even come back? Or, you know what I mean? It's just like anytime we hold him accountable or critique him the highest to ability, it's 41 years. We understand he's 41 years old. You know, I keep saying it every time. If he had 10 turnovers tomorrow, 41 years old, 23. Like, that narrative and repeating is so annoying, bro. You know? It's so annoying. But, you know, if people get offended about my video about me about holding LeBron and Rich Paul accountable, that's on you. I've ever read to my opinion, just like how you guys ever read to your opinion about Luka's defense, Austin Reaves' defense. You know what I mean? So it's just like, chill out. Let me see. He said, I agree with that. So I remember when Bynum said that there was no chemistry when Phil Jackson benched his ass. Yeah, I see that stuff right there. Like, I remember that. I remember when Bynum said that, he got benched for keeping it real. They say it was an old Clippers building, whatever. It's a current or old facility. Yeah, I agree 100%. He's trying to hint that he wants to leave somewhere else. But that's the thing. LeBron's not going to ask for a trade, so we just have to – we got January, February, March, April. You know what I mean? Right now we're the 5th seed, but if we continue to go up and down – he said so. Yes, we understand he's 41 years old. You know what I mean? But he's playing at a high level. 23 seasons, nothing left to prove. Like that's the same thing we always talk about. And I'm keeping it real. People get offended, say I'm a LeBron hater. I don't care anymore. I don't. I just want my Lakers back. I want my fun Lakers back. You know what I mean? Oh, you guys gonna have problems with Luka. Okay. We're gonna build around Luka. We're gonna get another superstar with Luka. We're gonna get another superstar with Luka. It's gonna either, my opinion, Giannis or Nikola Jokic. Because have you noticed when we had a 1-2 punch combo? Kobe, Shaq, Kareem, Magic, Kobe, Powell, LeBron, Anthony Davis, Luka, Giannis, Luka, Nikola Jokic, the Joker. So I'm not really worried if LeBron could leave right now. As far as get traded, I wouldn't be like, oh, I'm scared. He said we're gonna go into rebuild, and people said the same thing once when people were like, oh, you guys are not gonna do anything without Anthony Davis and LeBron. Rich Paul or Rob Lincoln said, Luka. And he even said that multiple times on my podcast. Lakers either make a trade for a superstar or get one in free agency. That's the history of the Lakers. People need to understand. I think the new generation is just focusing on the now. They just see LeBron and the Lakers. Oh, LeBron made you guys irrelevant. We've been, regardless of our record, we're the Los Angeles motherfucking Lakers, homie. Historic franchise. One of the best franchises in the history of sports. You got the Lakers, the Yankees, I hate to say this, like even though they're all right, you gotta keep it real. They're up there too. But you got the Lakers, you got the Boston Red Sox, New York Yankees, Boston Celtics, the New England Patriots, the Dallas Cowboys. All those historic franchises are great. Even though there's some times where Dallas Cowboys are not good every year, but they're still relevant because of the name. Regardless of us getting we got LeBron. He made you guys irrelevant. We're the Lakers. We're the Lakers. So that narrative can go out the window, in my opinion, because we're the Los Angeles Lakers. You know what I mean? And if we didn't get LeBron, we probably would have developed some more players or traded for somebody. We probably would have hit. We probably would have been in a rebuild for a little bit, but we probably would have made a trade for a superstar. We would have got out of the hole because the Lakers always find a way to get out of a hole. It's always. The Lakers never stuck in the mud for a long time. They'd move for a few years, but we always find a way to get a superstar in here. So all that narrative about, 100%, Sean. They said if people say LeBron made you team up, then yeah, I know. There's a lot of Laker fans or LeBron fans are here just because of LeBron, and I can't wait for them to bye Felicia. Get up out of here. You know what I mean? LeBron was never he wasn't. He was never a real Laker to me. You know what I mean? He was never a real Laker to me, man. And it's like I'm sick and tired of people are gonna think I'm fucking crazy for saying this, but I don't give a fuck. It's just my opinion of how I feel, and I'm expressing how I feel about this team and feel about this team. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna be brutally honest. This is my opinion. People are gonna think I'm crazy for saying this. If I'm the Lakers, I might just wave the white flag on the season. Get cap space. Get your 3 picks. Because really, if we get players in here, I don't know if they're going to pan out. You know what I mean? Also, too, talking about cap space. So I got the list right here of Lakers free agents. LeBron, Rui, Reaves, Maxi Kleba, Vincent, Aiden, Smart, and Hayes. $1.1 million below the first apron. First round pick, 2031 or 2032. This is all next year. Projected cap space, $50 million. 2027, $100 million in cap space. So what we're doing is for the future. The Lakers know the time of LeBron is coming to an end. So it's just like we have potentially 1.1 million below the first apron. First, we might have 2 picks or 3. Yeah, we have 3 potentially in the offseason. So we have 3 first-round picks, 50 million cap space, and then in 2027, 100 million. So Lakers are going in the direction of saying, you know what? We might have to take a chance on not doing any trades right after the season, win or lose, take the L, right? And then get your cap space, get your picks, get your things that you want to do for Luka, because this is the Luka era we're in. You know what I mean? You know? So just like, I'm willing to move forward with Luka, bro. He said, yeah, I remember LeBron. Yeah, nothing new. You know what I mean? He doesn't take the competitiveness seriously. when it comes to like rivalries and like shit talking. It's just I already know how it is with him. And people are gonna think I hate LeBron. I don't. I just don't like the way he moves on the court and the way he does stuff. And I'm calling him out just like everybody else calls out Luka with his defense, Reaves with his bad play, and it's like I have a right to my opinion, and I have a right to my opinion. This is how I feel. This is how I'm expressing. So if you guys get offended, I don't care. I do not care anymore about people being offended and getting upset. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, the Rich Paul does another thing. I just saw right now. Rich Paul on LeBron having to answer questions about the Reaves comments. He understood. This is not a podcast playground. We're in the content business. I'm a businessman first. This is a business. This is my business, just like his business. So I think it's just a respectful behavior that we had towards one another. That's just, you know what I mean? I mean, that's the other thing, too. Just like, how come when Stephen A. Smith, right, for example, talks about LeBron's son, LeBron confronts Stephen A. Smith, right? But when Rich Paul talks about trades, it's like, I don't know. But Miami's looking like it's about to get John Morant. But, yeah, hit that like button. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But yeah, man, came up here to express how I feel about the Lakers, or feel about Rich Paul. And if people watch this video later, if people that are watching later that's gonna watch the replay, comment how you really feel about Rich Paul and the Clutch Sports. Put it in the comment section down below. Keep it real. Keep it real about LeBron. Keep it real about Rich Paul. And I don't care what people say about Big Baby Sports. This is my platform. I can say whatever I want. I can keep it real how I want. People are not going to change my mindset about Rich Paul or Clutch Sports. Their toxicity, and we need to get the toxicity out of ballet. So until then, peace out, one love. Go Lakers, baby. Bye, Rich Paul. Bye, LeBron. Bye, Felicia. Get up out of here. Gone.